The rock and roll psychologist returns. Hi, Carlos Camacho.
That sounds like an 80s sequel, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? Returns. Where have you been?
And it's even tackier than the first one. Yeah.
How was your holiday?
Yeah, good. Yeah, school holidays.
Yeah.
Try to do stuff, catch up, and But it's the rain. Isn't the rain great, though?
Oh, yeah.
People don't like it. I love it.
Yeah, I like it when you're sort of just tucked in for a little, a day or so, watching a few movies or something like that.
Yeah, I did that the last couple of weekends. I got used to 2 long weekends in a row.
Too much? Get used to it
too much. I'm thinking, how much sport can I watch?
Yeah. And movies or Netflix or whatever, The sun shines back for a while anyway.
That's why I love the rain, because when the sun does come out, don't you appreciate it?
Oh, yeah. Your spirit, your mood lifts.
Yeah,
do you notice that?
It's raining and suddenly, it's happened today even coming here.
Yeah.
It was raining. I got out of the car, suddenly it stopped raining and the clouds opened, that bit of sunshine.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Just makes you feel happy, doesn't it?
And that's life, isn't it? Like you need to miss things in order to appreciate them.
Yeah, like you say that all the time. You need to have the lows and the highs.
Yeah, the yin and the yang, isn't it?
And the
They've been looking at that for centuries, really, the philosophers and writers, and from all ways of life, and also all cultures. Obviously, the Chinese, with the yin and the yang, but it's one of those things that I've lived in places where it's always cold and it's always hot, and it's not fun. I love the seasons.
Yeah, they're great, aren't they?
You just know that it's going to get cold and then it's going to get hot. That's
You've got something to look forward to.
Yeah, a bit of a change.
Yeah.
And you know what I mainly like? I don't have to water the garden.
Yes, I haven't either had to for about a week now.
One thing less to think about.
It is. More time for other things.
That's right.
Now we're going to chat a bit about forgiveness. It's so important, isn't it, Carlos? For our mind, our body and our spirit, really.
Yeah, it's for ourselves, isn't it?
Yeah.
When we forgive, we just I remember I had a great supervisor when I was doing my internship at Concord Hospital. I did 2 years after my studies as an intern psychologist, and I worked with children and adolescents mainly. Yeah. And he was a wonderful supervisor. He's still around, but I haven't seen him for a while. And he said to me, when you have hatred or you have a certain bad feeling towards someone, it's like taking luggage with you.
Yeah.
It's like, and you take it to the bathroom when you go to the toilet, you take it to when you have a shower, you take it when you go to your bed, you take it when you go out for dinner, and it's like, just picture yourself picking up 2 luggages, like when you go to the airport, he said, you're always with it, and you're sitting down and then you pick it back up.
You're
and he
heavy.
said, when you forgive, it's like, you leave the luggage there on the railway station and you just get on this train without your luggage.
Without your luggage. How freeing is that?
And I thought, what a wonderful visual that was.
Yeah.
And that was probably 1991.
It stuck with you.
And it stuck with me. And just let go. Just don't pick up the luggage. Leave it on the platform and get on the train without it. Because that mental baggage, when we just carry that with us, is very, very heavy, and it does us harm.
Yes.
The other person doesn't think about us that much.
No, they don't.
And so when you forgive, even if you tell them or not, but you forgive them,
let it go.
You're just leaving the luggage on the platform.
True, Carlos. I also heard a friend of mine said to me, it's like letting someone rent space in your head for free. Isn't it? That's a very good way of putting it.
Yeah, I've heard that. That's a wonderful way. Yeah, they're living rent-free in your head.
Yeah.
And we all do it. Some people have the capacity naturally just to let it go.
Aren't they lucky? Good on them. Like, they work on themselves to do that.
Yeah, but you can teach yourself that.
Yeah.
You just have to work. It's like creating muscle or saving money or losing weight or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You can work on that. You just have to be consistent, and there's a certain way of doing it, and just remind yourself of what you want. If you want that, if you don't want people to live rent-free in your head, there's a process you stick with. It's just like learning a language, and you do it and you'll find that you just feel more peace. Yeah,
and there's so many times in life that we have to do that anyway, isn't it? Like, to forgive. It's a natural part of living. Yeah,
and it's when we forgive, it's The problem is obviously pride, isn't it?
Yeah, some people have trouble forgiving, don't they? It is pride.
And I've heard some tragic stories in that sense where, it could be a family member, not a father not forgiving his daughter, or vice versa, or someone very close. It's all right if you don't forgive, your old neighbour because they had music blaring one Saturday. That's whatever.
It's a bit different.
But when it's someone close and you don't forgive, and it's not that bad, it's just miscommunication or differences of opinion. That's quite tragic in a way, because that person might say, no, I don't care, I heard it.
Stubborn. Some people are
and
stubborn.
I hear it all the time, what, I don't really care anyway. Well, she doesn't want to talk to me or this. But they do care.
They do.
You find that once you forgive, and whether the other person accepts your forgiveness or not, it doesn't matter.
Feel better yourself.
You just feel great. It's got nothing to do with them. It's got to do with you. Like, wow, I'm an adult now. And especially when you're dealing with someone younger, or your son, your daughter, or your nephew, or a younger person, you're showing them how to behave. Look, we've had quite a grave difference, and maybe even an argument that was unnecessary. But this is how we deal with these things. I'm going to forgive you for it, and not because I'm right or you're right, or because I'm wrong or you're wrong. It's just because the best thing to do is to forgive and move forward from that, because
life's too short.
It's too short. And to have all these people living rent-free with,
and all those bags that you carry
without even charging them rent. If you're charging rent these days, that's not bad. But if you're doing it for free, you really got to reconsider.
You do, don't you? And also, it can make you physically sick. It is proven that, some forms of cancer can be from holding on to resentment and anger, and arthritis as well.
It's been shown stress especially can cause that. And obviously when we carry these ill feelings, there you go, they make us sick physically, because the mind and the body are connected. And
the stomach.
We can't, that's right. Well, the digestive system
heart, isn't it?
Is one of the first things that go, when we're not feeling well. And, forgiveness is for ourselves, and it doesn't mean that we are lowering ourselves or excusing that behavior, but we decide to forgive that. Well, you can be quite specific what you're forgiving. You can forgive that person for having said that word during an argument, 10 years ago or whatever. You don't have to forgive the rest of them. It doesn't mean you have to be friends, but you can forgive them for that specific act. That's a great step.
And let it go. And if you want to let them go too. But
that's right.
Release.
And a lot of the time when we forgive people that aren't close to us, we do let them go anyway.
We do, don't we?
Because maybe it's just the final straw, as we say.
And you're not really suited to it.
No, but it also means that if we're going to let them go, we want to let them go physically and mentally. And so in order to let them go mentally, we have to forgive. We don't have to accept.
Or forget.
No, but we need to forgive and go through it. How do we do that? We just have to go through it and say out loud to yourself, even looking at the mirror, just like visualize talking to them. And someone may have even passed away. We've done that a lot in therapy with patients, and being able to visualize telling that person, I forgive you for what you've done. Or vice versa.
It's a beautiful
Please forgive me for what I've done, or for not having spent that time with you, or whatever it may be. And that visualization is very powerful.
Good on you, Carlos. Very healing. Thanks for coming in today, taking time out of your busy day back at work.
Oh, that's all right. I've left all my luggage on the platform, so I'm travelling light.
And I've got no one renting space in my head either.
I've got no one. And if people do want to rent,
good luck.
There's a price.
That's right.
It'll be cheaper than most houses, but there's still a price.
Cheaper than an apartment. Good on you, Carlos. You've chosen a beautiful song from Elton John.
He's a genius, isn't he?
Oh, he is. He's so great. It's about sorry.
There are artists that can just capture a feeling.
Yeah.
And this guy can do that.
He sure
You know,
can.
obviously the lyrics are from Bernie Taupin, but he's one of those people that can just get a poem and put the perfect music to it that just pulls your heartstrings. And
True.
this song is just so powerful.
Good on you, Carlos. See you next week maybe if
For
you've got
sure.
time.
Yep.
Great. Sorry seems to be the hardest word.